Time in the Niger Delta, there was a man named Asari Dokubo. He wasn't just any man, he used to be a feared militant leader who fought in the swamps and creeks of the Delta. Now, even though he wasn't actively fighting, his words still carried a lot of weight. On October 5th, Asari was furious. He believed that the government was trying to provoke him by sending military helicopters to hover over his house for over 30 minutes. With his fiery temper, Asari made a bold and dangerous claim: he could shoot down any helicopter that flew too close. "I swear by Allah," he declared, "I will shoot down that helicopter." It wasn't just an empty threat. Asari wanted everyone to know that he wasn't afraid of the military or of death. In his mind, he could handle them all. He was a man who believed in his strength and, more than that, in his cause. But this threat didn't go unnoticed. The Nigerian military, led by Major General Edward Buba, had every word. Buba, being a disciplined and calm soldier, didn't panic. But he couldn't ignore it either. How could the military ignore a man claiming he could shoot down one of their helicopters? Major General Buba responded swiftly, daring Asari to back up his claims and come to the battlefield to prove his strength. In a press conference, Buba said something that sent chills down everyone's spine: "If Asari thinks he can challenge us, let him come to the battlefield, and we will see who survives." Buba reminded everyone that the military was not weak and was busy dealing with real enemies, terrorists and bandits all over the country. These enemies were dangerous, and the military had already neutralized over 300 terrorist commanders. Their priority was to protect the country, not to respond to threats from an ex-militant. But the suspense grew. Asari had called out the military, and the military had responded. What would happen next? The streets were buzzing with whispers. Would Asari actually try to shoot down a helicopter? And if he did, would the military retaliate? People couldn't stop talking about it. The tension between Asari Dokubo and the Nigerian government was not new. Asari had always been a fierce critic of the government. He spoke out against powerful people like Nyesom Wike, the former governor of Rivers State, and claimed that the government was using its power to intimidate and suppress his people, the Ijaw. His defiance had always been a thorn in the side of the government, but this time, it felt different. This time, it felt like something big could happen. The military, however, stayed calm. They knew that Asari's words were powerful, but they had a job to do: defend the country from real threats. And while Asari might have been a local strongman, they had bigger fish to fry. Major General Buba explained that the military's real enemies were the terrorists causing havoc in the north and the bandits terrorizing communities in the northwest. As Buba said, "We don't just fight battles. We fight to win." Still, the challenge was out there. Asari had threatened to shoot down a helicopter, and Buba had dared him to try. Everyone waited to see what would happen next. Would Asari really try to take on the military? Or would the government find a way to calm things down before something tragic occurred? The situation felt like a ticking time bomb, and no one could predict how it would end. People could only hope that the conflict would end with words, not bullets. But with both sides so sure of themselves, the story of Asari Dokubo and the Nigerian military was far from over. Every day brought new rumors, new tension, and new fears. The air was thick with suspense. Could one man really challenge the entire Nigerian military? Would Asari's words turn into action? The whole nation was watching, waiting for what could be the beginning of something much bigger. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.